Hi, thanks for joining us today on Real Estate Insiders TV. I'm Danny Poulos with the elite team at Blue Chip Mortgage, and our guest today is Ben Hartman. He's a broker associate with the Hartman team at Nova Real Estate Incorporated. And if you're a golfer, Ben's your guy. You're going to enjoy listening to him speak today. So Ben, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Danny. This is really great.
Well, tell us a little bit about your background, what you are, what you do, how long you've been doing it, and then we'll jump right into our topic for the day.
Fantastic. You know, Danny, I've been selling real estate for 6 years now, and I got in at the bottom of the market in 09 when everybody else was getting out, and it's really been a wonderful experience. I'd say I got my start because I was playing professional golf at the time, and I needed something to do where I could play in the mornings and play some tournaments and work in the evenings, and I have my own schedule, and now it's really become full-time. And my background, I played amateur and collegiate golf at a very high level. Played professionally for 4 years, and real estate is now my passion, and I'm taking the dedication and the work ethic and the tools for preparation that I learned in playing professional golf at those high levels into the real estate business, and that's really helped to give a competitive advantage.
No, absolutely. You find more and more people that were very successful in other businesses, whether it was athletics or TV, they end up in the real estate business, but like you say, they're really using the same drive and competitiveness to excel at real estate also.
That's exactly right. It's the same skill set, it's the same baseline, and now it's a new passion. And it's really been developed over these last 5-6 years.
I have to question your timing getting into real estate in 2009. I think mortgage bankers, we were living in our cars that year. So you came in you said you came in at the bottom. You sure did. But what a great time to get involved and take it to where it is now.
Absolutely. It's you buy when it's at the bottom, sell when it's at the top. So
all right. So let's get into how your golfing background has tied into your real estate career. So who would be your typical client that's either in Florida looking for a golf community or relocating to Florida? I'm thinking about like the differences between different communities and the person's level of golfing experience.
Absolutely, and it's a great way to distinguish it. When you're coming to Florida, now with Florida being the third largest state in the nation as well, you got a broad range of people who are coming down. Maybe they're coming down to start a new life or start a business, or they're coming for a job, or maybe they're in the process of retiring and they want to find a niche, a nice place where they can be. Maybe it's short term in the beginning, and then it transpires towards a full-time residence. Or maybe they're already retired and now they're looking to settle down and find that slice of paradise. And you've got golf course living, you've got waterfront, and those are the real reasons people come to Florida.
Right.
We've got the beautiful weather all year round.
Now, I would expect that most of your contacts from being a professional golfer yourself have come from clubs and stuff in the area already.
Absolutely, they have, and I've been able to form a really nice network with a number of the individuals that work in the golf community.
Right.
And listen, a number of the people that I've played with on my way up have made it to, maybe they're assistant coach at a university right now, and listen, some have made it and matriculated onto the PGA Tour, which is marvelous. Now we get to watch them on TV each week.
So who that guy that is that far ahead in the game? What are the perfect communities for that kind of serious golfer?
Yeah, for the serious player, Bears Club has got to be right on top. It offers a high-end atmosphere, a tremendous golf course, very private community. You've got other courses in the area such as Bear Lakes, which may offer the highest concentration of single-digit handicappers possibly in the state of Florida.
Really?
It's a phenomenal membership over there. And whether you're a high-end, whether you're a professional golfer, or whether you're, say, a middle of the road, maybe a 15, maybe an 18, maybe a 25 handicap, and you're playing for fun, there's always a community out there and a club environment out there that's going to appeal to you. And
all right, so let's talk about that guy then. Maybe someone coming to Florida has only played golf a couple of months out of the year. Where they're coming from now, they want to get a little more serious. What's a good startup kind of community for that kind of golfer?
It's a great question, and right now, Frenchman's Reserve would really be a good stepping stone in that respect, possibly even in the new construction at Jupiter Country Club. And listen, Toll Brothers is doing a wonderful thing with their sister communities, and if you're living over at Jupiter Country Club, especially during the summer, you can come out and you can play Frenchman's Reserve.
Right.
Maybe you wanted to be on the water in Frenchman's Harbor, and you can get some social privileges at Jupiter Country Club, and you can get some over at Frenchman's Reserve as well. It's a nice back and forth that they have there.
You know, that's a nice mix because, I mean, they're all beautiful communities, but there's also a wide range in pricing between the three. So I think what you told me earlier is you could be living out at Jupiter Country Club, which may be a little more affordable to some people than Frenchman's or Paradise Harbor, but you can use the clubs between the three because you're all Toll Brothers communities. Is that how it works? There
are privileges that you can garner at either one, and especially during the off-season months at the summertime. If you wanted to come out and play Frenchman's Reserve, it's all about a relationship and just making a phone call. And listen, we can always help with that too. And that's one of the biggest positives that's been of my golf career is forming all those relationships.
Right.
So another benefit, if you're going to give us a call or work with us, is when you come down and you want to shop for some of these golf communities, we can get you out. We can play the course. We can give it a shot. We can give you the membership experience for a day, and that is really going to give a feel for, you know, is this the right fit? And sometimes we can't tell that until we meet with the client and get a feel for what are their likes.
And the ball starts going over there and over there.
Exactly, exactly. We get their level of seriousness. You know, is that something that, hey, listen, that's fun. We can joke about it, or you know, are we going to toss the club down and you get all sides.
But I mean, I can't imagine someone shopping between golf communities and not going on the course. Is that something everybody does, or or they just think this looks nice, I think I'd enjoy it, and go ahead and make purchases without having someone like you that can take them on the different courses?
I've seen it happen, and sometimes people will not maybe think about or take that extra step. If they're buying a place, usually they'll get the chance to have lunch at the club and feel it out. But to get out and play it, not everybody takes full advantage of it, and sometimes they don't know what to ask.
Right.
And again, that's where we can come in, and that's where I feel like we can be a great benefit.
I would think, because we've got so many communities like that there's probably a different atmosphere to each one of the clubs too, that you would know from being on the inside and knowing the professional people that work there. So you're really getting to know the buyer and knowing where they might, lack of a better word, where they might fit in.
That's very true as well. And not only is it just a different atmosphere, and sometimes that comes from the way the facilities are run and the people who are running the facilities as well. And again, we have those relationships with those individuals. And so when somebody comes to us and says, this is what I'm looking for, we can make the suggestions, and then we can make the visits. And that's really going to show, hey, do they feel comfortable here? Are these the kind of people they want to be around and be spending their time with? Are they getting along right away? And can we make some friends?
Now, are you finding that there's an influx of young people? We know, the average age of some of these communities may be higher, and people retire and stop playing golf. Are there people coming in to fill the void, buyers?
There are. And, it's they're making the decision now whether they want to have the equity membership with the club, or maybe they want an option that's going to give them a golf course living or close to a golf course living without the equity overhead, but that they can still be a member and play somewhere as well. And those are some really great options to explore. And yes, a number of younger people are coming down. The bio Scripps, Max Planck. Listen, they're coming in with jobs.
And they're golfers.
They are. Right now, they are golfers.
At some age, I think we all have to become golfers, don't we, down here in Florida?
I think it's required.
They kick us out.
Exactly. You know what? If you're not, you're gone. Come on.
I'm thinking someday you're going to show up at my house in your golf cart and say, Danny, it's time. Get in. And I'll have to start golfing. One other thing I wanted to ask you is, how about people who want to live someplace and they're not golfers? Is what I'm getting at. Are there courses are there communities where you should not be a member unless you're a golfer?
You know, there are, and it's really because of the overhead, and that's something that we talk with each of the clients about to figure out what their comfort level is. And say a club such as Admirals Cove, for example. Admirals is a heavy golfing community. Listen, if you're not into golf and boating, Admirals might not be the place for you. But a number of the new construction developments are now being geared towards people who maybe they don't want that membership overhead of having a full equity in a community. But they can go, and there's still a number of places they can play, such as Bear Lakes, such as Atlantis. The options are. I mean,
so what we're getting at, when someone comes to you, you're not only going to show them where they might fit in, but where not to look to. They may have heard Admirals Cove so beautiful, but if they're not right for that, I mean, because of your experience in all those communities, you know it. So, speaking of meeting with you and your experience, tell everybody how they can reach you with more questions and anything to do with real estate in general, or specifically with golfing communities.
Absolutely. The best way is always on the cell phone, 310-850-2386. And our website at www.novarealestateinc.com. You'll get all our links there, all the information about myself, my team, my company. You know, it was really exciting. We formed last June with a great friend and partner who also focuses on commercial real estate as well. So we've got the full package here.
Excellent. Ben, thanks so much for the great information.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.